Welcome back to the Chick and the Duck podcast. Myself, Ryan, my brother Micah. We talk about anything and everything. And this week, we literally mean anything and everything, but mostly movies. And we're back. If you listen to our podcast, if you're the one of like 16 of you, our numbers are going up, by the way. Shout out, people. Um,
Shout out numbers.
Shout out numbers. It would change probably if we posted anything on TikTok. Um, so what was I saying? Oh, people that listen, we've had 2 episodes come out, so like people have been listening still, but we haven't talked on this for like 3 weeks.
It's been a while.
We have seen each other in person, which was nice, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, we got a lot of pop culture things. The most trailers probably ever. And like good trailers. Like there's like
There's pretty good
I
trailers.
didn't want to like take anything off because I thought everything was pretty solid.
It is pretty solid.
Um and yeah, so talk about our weeks first and we'll review FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, talk about Loki. Yeah. But how's your week? How's the things been?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna I don't know. Not gonna go into a whole lot of. I mean, it's been
Oh,
a while,
yeah, I mean there's
so
a lot. That's
there's a lot to talk about. I guess the big things obviously went to St. George.
Yep.
You went to St. George too, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. But
Yeah. We'll end with that, what we
or
did together.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, I mean, just for me, I mean, work.
Yeah.
Um, I got some time off work, which was nice.
Yeah.
Obviously it's St. George, but then because you weren't allowed to take the time off
Hmm.
for Prime Day or whatever right out that week after.
Yeah.
Well, the volume ended up not being as high, so they had a bunch of people scheduled, and I only ended up having to work like 2 days and past two. Well, now I work a full week, but for
Hmm.
2 weeks, I only worked 2 days, which was nice. So I got the 2 days I was scheduled off, and then the beginning of the week before I left for St. George off,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
which was which was nice. Got to
Yeah.
go see Elijah's full game, which was not nice.
For better, for worse, right?
It was freezing cold, and they're not good at football.
It's so sad.
So
Do you think he'll still play football? Like, do you think he'll continue?
I don't know. We'll see.
Because
I wouldn't, but if
it's
I
true.
were him, it's also not his sport very clearly, and so
Yeah.
I don't really think it's that big of a deal. He's getting into basketball right now. He has
He's good at
select
baseball too.
baseball tryouts.
Yeah.
Well, that he made the team.
Oh, he
Uh,
did. He made the team.
he did make the team,
Nice. That's cool.
so he'll be doing that in the spring. He'll play good baseball.
Hmm.
I mean, if I had to guess, I feel like baseball might be his best bet for competitive sports wise.
Mm.
Just the local area. That's like the sport they take the most serious, and the
Gotcha.
kids excel the most in. So I mean, and he loves baseball and he loves basketball. I just
Yeah.
think that for the area of baseball is probably his best bet for playing it like at a high level
Hmm.
young.
Right.
So that'll be good. He doesn't have to play like some kind of local community league for baseball. He gets to play select. And then I mean basketball, like I said, basketball's getting started. And I get to help out with that, which is cool.
That's fun.
Um, so that'll be good. Dad had the draft last night.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, Dad had a draft last night.
Draft?
Yeah, they draft the kids.
That's crazy.
They had a tryout and
What
then
if
they
you don't
draft.
get your own son?
Oh, you have 3 saves, and I don't even know. I don't know if your kid even counts as one. Like, I think that your kid like is on your team.
That's That's
But yeah,
crazy.
you get 3 saves and then draft.
Imagine you got to strategize. Honey, what are you doing? I'm preparing to draft 9-year-olds.
Pretty much.
That's
I mean,
that's hilarious. Wow, that's funny.
pretty
Okay.
much. I mean, he said it went well. He said he ended up getting the fourth pick, which was the worst pick to get.
These sentences coming out of your mouth is just blowing my mind. I'm sorry. I can't handle this.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, he got the fourth pick out of 8 teams.
Okay.
And it's snake draft, so it's like the worst pick you could get. You're like dead center, so you
Yeah.
get fourth pick, and then you get like what 12th pick,
Yeah, something like that.
and then 20th, and so it's like
Yeah.
really spread out, and you
Yeah.
don't ever get the back to backs.
So trades, can you sign people off free agency?
Free agency, waiver.
Waiver wire? Are you checking the waiver wire? You just got kids just waiting there.
they're just free agents. They're just waiting to get picked up.
Every Saturday they play in their own game. All the free agents play, and you scout. That's your job, Micah. You're the scout.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, he ended up getting this kid that he was talking about at tryouts. It's like giant. Apparently, he's really big.
Okay.
And pretty good. And he
Yeah.
says he doesn't know why. He didn't think he was going to get him. I mean, everyone was saying they were going to draft him first.
This is such a
But then
I'm sorry.
3 people didn't pick him, I guess. So
Yeah. Picked him with the first pick. Screw you, Elijah. I'm getting the next LeBron. That's so funny. That's great.
Hilarious. But yeah, cool. So I mean, that'll be good. Good.
When does that start?
I mean, technically they could have had practice today, but next week is when they're going to start.
What time's like tonight? Like a night?
Yeah, it'd be Monday nights.
Oh, nice.
So I'd go after this.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, took a break from designing.
Yeah.
Came back last night.
The break by Mika was funny, and then today's was clever. I like that. Today's was cool.
Yeah.
You should have done your own email. That's what you should. That should have been the Michael Jordan email that I texted you, or the statement, I guess.
Yeah, I should make my own. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I saw that though. But
I'm back.
Maybe I'll make one and I'll post it like my story or something. It wouldn't take long, so.
No, it wouldn't.
That's pretty funny though.
But that's cool.
Yeah, came back. I got some stuff. I already got like handful of graphics and things I gotta make, like post, for tomorrow. I already have what I'm gonna make.
For tomorrow? Oh.
Halloween.
Oh, you're doing a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
You could do, just saying, if you want to do a Christian thing, you could do the Reformation, Martin Luther, same day. Just the idea. Not that you have to, but.
Yeah. But that, and then one for Wednesday, which is November 1st, which is going to be like a Christmas one.
That's amazing. I love that.
So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And easy. And then I got, like I said, I already have a handful. So I'll be good for a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that's all I'm going to talk about. From things that was not St. George related.
Good to see Maddie, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I'll talk about it.
Did you guys play? Oh, never mind. Me, I'll end on the stuff in St. George that I did without you before you got there. But obviously you've heard it too. But I mean, a lot of my time was St. George. Getting back, it was rough. Obviously the getting home part was, we almost missed our flight. And we gave them hours. We gave a buffer. We got to Mesquite at 11:45. Our flight wasn't until 3:15. We didn't show up to the airport till 2:15. I won't go too much into it, but yeah, that was like stressful in and of itself. Like the flight got delayed by 15 minutes, so we would have missed because we got there when the doors would have been closed. And so that was stressful. So it was like really restful week. Then that was stressful, and then the next day I had like 7 things happen with ministry, and so it just I didn't transition well. So I felt like all the rest I got was just wasted because I was so chaotic.
Yeah.
Coming back, but it was fine. It's whatever. Haven't done much this last week. Um,
Yeah.
my hip's been hurting. I don't know what it is, but it's getting better. I guess
Yeah.
it's like my hip flexor area, but
Mhm.
so that's been like tedious. Um, I've watched some movies like you. Like I haven't had time to be creative, or I've lost the creative motivation because it was like
Mhm.
pumping out redeeming reels things, which I was like I like write them so I can be
Mhm.
creative in that way, and then I like it's easier too. And I haven't
Yeah.
written a devotional in forever, and so like this week I'm like trying to like have all these episode ideas or writing ideas and such. So I'm trying to get back into that because
Yep.
it's just been so. I mean, obviously I was gone for a week, but um, like I even to the point where I'm like lacking in because I try to write reviews for every movie. Like I just have it. Like I have like a list of things that I haven't written about. Then usually I write it like the same day, like right after.
Yeah.
So creative juices have not been flowing at all, which is like fine. It's not like a huge deal, but want to get back into that. And then yesterday we had our Barbenheimer Halloween party, which was a good time. Um, I made like a Barbenheimer Jeopardy, which was fun. We ate food. Jenna and I's costume I thought was pretty good. I was
Mhm.
Oppenheimer, and I think I looked like the picture I went off of. I other than like having a beard and not looking like Killian Murphy, I like looked the part pretty well.
Mhm.
And Jenna was Barbie, which was cool. Um, like Quiplash, did all the things. So it was fun. It was a good time.
Nice.
Um, but I mean that was like that's literally been most of it. Well, we had the surprise birthday party for Grandma.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. Like I was there for a while until like I got there like 15 minutes early, and then she didn't come till about 15 after. So I mean, it was a lot of Grandma's friends. Like a lot of them were like, "You're Scott's son? Wow, you're so big." I'm like, "Yeah, last time I saw you, I was 9. Like, of course I'm much bigger, you know." So there was like people that I knew and said hi to, but
Yeah.
also a lot of people I did. Do you remember me? No, I don't.
No.
Like I just
Why would
don't.
I?
Why would I remember you? I haven't seen you. You didn't know my parents lived in Texas. Why would I remember you? Like,
I was a child.
or like there was one guy that was like, "How's your brother?" I was like, "They're good," and he goes, "There," and I'm like, "Yes, there. There's 2 of them." It's like, "Oh, oh." And I was like, "Yeah, you know
Yeah.
so much. Like, it's been 9 years. If you, you know." But I mean, they were all nice. It wasn't like bad. It was just funny.
Yeah.
And then Grandma came in. So I talked to Heather and Tad the whole time because it's a 21 and over bar.
Oh
So
yeah.
Parker and Kendall couldn't come. It was great. Um,
Strategic.
yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like I wasn't there the whole time or anything like that.
Yeah.
But so I talked to Heather and Tad, but when Grandma came in, Heather's like sitting off to the side, like where you can see her from the entrance, because the whole thing was like, oh, she's getting dinner with Heather and Tad. Originally it was going to be just Heather, and then Tad picked her up, and Tad and Heather goes, "Do you think she'll notice or like think something suspicious?" And Tad goes, "It's your mom, Heather." Like,
You
um,
won't think anything
he
of
won't
it.
think anything of it. And that's not a shot at her. It's just it's whatever. And so, um, then she's looking at Heather. And I mean, you can see the whole open room, and there's like 20 people at this table, like all of us looking at Grandma and Tad walk in, and Heather's facing her, and Grandma's just looking at Heather. I mean, there's like, based on your, vision, like of peripherals, you did not, like, you couldn't not see 25 people there, okay? But she's just walking up to Heather, and Heather goes, "Where do you want to sit, Mom?" And she like does this, and then she's like does that. I have a video of it. It's pretty good. Like her reaction was pretty good, and she was really happy. Um,
That's hilarious.
so like it was sweet. It was nice, and I am gonna
But
do the thing where we go to a movie. Um,
Yep.
After this, I'm gonna text her. I told her on Saturday, I was like, I'm gonna text you the movies and the trailers, and you need to watch them and tell me which one. Um, so I'm being strategic. I don't want to watch something dumb, so I'm not gonna let her like pick. Um, and mom, when I was talking to mom about it, she was like, "Well, like maybe she's like pick something." I was like, "Grandma watches some obscure movies." And she's like, "Mom's like, no." I'm like, "Yes, she does. Like she watches like yes, she watches dumb like whatever. Well, she like watched Nomadland and
Hmm.
like other other things." So,
Yep.
um, but uh, there's also movies that are not playing at Regal that I'm gonna try really hard to get those so I can not have to spend money. That's what I told mom too. um, but yeah, so St. George. I mean, wait, before you got there, hiked Zion. Zion was cool. I'm guessing that's what hurt my hip. It has to be, I think, unless there's something else going on. But beautiful, clearly. Watched a lot of pickleball. That was fun. Pickleball is a great
Yep.
sport. And then we went to Vegas. Got a new tattoo. That's cool, I guess. I like it.
Hmm.
Simple, $10. Went to the Stranger Things experience. Went on the roller coaster. Ate food. Gambled a little bit. Nothing crazy. $20. Um, Spent some time with Grandpa and Linda. Um, Here and there as we stayed there. Um, and then you you got there, so
Yeah.
um, which was fun, very fun. Um,
Yeah.
we went and played 36 holes of mini golf. Probably the most fun I've had playing mini golf, if I'm going to be honest, because it was
Yeah.
so crazy. Um,
It's a good one.
it is a good one. I mean, it's too long of a story to explain everything, considering how much we played.
Yeah.
But there was a situation you won by one, and it's really if you really want to know, I'll tell you, or Michael will tell you. But it was, I mean, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Like it was really funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so we just did random things because there's nothing to do in St. George
Nope.
besides hike.
Not
Like
really.
there's like
Besides
there's
the outdoor things.
the outdoor things are cool. Like I'm not hating on St. George. It's beautiful. We went to dinner, had buff, free buff, I
Yep.
should say,
Pretty buff. That
which
was
was
good.
great. Um,
Very, very good.
yeah, and then we went to Feel Love, which was so good. I loved it.
Yep. Feel Love's Fire. That was
the
really good. And then
the
we went to
food of
Ten
Feel
Top.
Love is what makes that place so much better. Like the coffee was good for sure, but like when I went to
Yeah.
Compass today, I was like, they ain't got no food like that. Like the food adds so much.
It does. Yeah.
Um, Also massive.
It is
Um,
big. Yeah.
and then we went to Sand Hollow, which was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Just a good
Yep.
time. The four of us hanging out. So
Yep. Did some cliff jumping.
cliff jumping. I've never done that there. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, it
Just
was
yeah.
nice.
It was fun.
It was just good to hang out. And I mean, Maddie and Jenna don't hang out a lot, obviously, so it's nice. Like Jenna had a good time just talking to Maddie, um,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And then we saw Jackson the Lorne, Red Robin.
Yep. Went to Red Robin.
Um,
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
lot in
Very
two
good.
days, but it was fun.
Yeah. It definitely was.
That's usually how our interactions go.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're doing a lot in 2 days, or a lot in one day, or whatever. So,
Exactly.
but
Yep.
that'll change eventually. But how was your
Eventually.
time in St. George after we left?
Yeah. I mean, well, after you left, kind of think honestly what we did.
How
I
was
mean, there was the
lunch?
one. I mean, lunch was fine. I mean, it was.
I gotta tell you what they said off camera.
Yeah. I can. I mean, yeah, we can talk about it, but um, I mean, it was good. Food was good. I got like a went to George's. Um,
Oh yeah.
got got I got a like seasonal thing. I got
Hmm.
like the local tomato BLT.
Oh.
Um, and so that was pretty good. They had like fresh local tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big slice. You would have hated it, but
A
it
big
was good.
tomato.
It was like it was like thick.
Oh,
It was like
gee.
thick tomato.
We had breakfast
Just like,
there
oh yeah,
the morning we left. We had breakfast there. I don't
I've
have you
never
ever had
had
breakfast?
breakfast.
I mean, dude, pancakes like, I mean, huge. 3 of them. It was I couldn't finish. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
We need
in
to
the
go.
bet,
Yeah, I need to go there then.
dude. You gotta the orange juice. It tasted like I was drinking an orange.
Really?
Like the best orange juice I've ever had in my life. It was great.
That's
Yeah, sorry.
that's funny. That's
It was
awesome.
like crazy good. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, but I
continue.
mean, yeah. So it was good.
Mhm.
Uh, you would have hated it, but I like tomatoes. I can eat tomatoes,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
so
I just
it,
don't
it
like
was
them,
good
but
for
it's
me.
fine. Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that. I mean, the big day we had was we had one big day Saturday, something like that.
Is that where you went
Um,
to Bryce or
when we went to Bryce, so we woke up for sunrise to go to like we left just before 5 or something like that. I got up at like 4 and drove to Bryce Canyon for the sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Until we just like we decided to hike or whatever, but we were wearing like casual clothes. So I was like, and it was cold, right? So it's morning. So we're going when there's no sun, and so it's like,
Uh-huh.
and it's colder up there. So uh, it's in like jeans, boots, then long sleeve sweatshirt, vest. I went there to take a picture or whatever. That's why we were dressed kind of like that. And then we
Mm-hmm.
walked down the trail, and then we got to this point, and we are like, can you take like a mile loop back or the 3 mile loop back? We were like, oh, it's just we're here. Let's just do the 3 mile one. You know, why not? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was good until it got sunny, and then it was like
Hot.
almost 70 degrees, and we were going pretty much uphill the entire time,
Yeah.
and it's like uphill.
And were you wearing Hades?
And I was wearing boots.
Oh, you were boots. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it sucked because they're heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was exhausting
I would imagine.
to say
Jeez.
the least. Uh, but it's a memory. It was good.
Yeah,
And
it's
then after
the
that,
pictures you
this
guys
was like a
posted were
long day.
beautiful.
Yeah, the picture's really good. Took a lot of lapses that turned out really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, After that, we went to I don't remember the first town. We went to a little town to go to this coffee shop and get breakfast and stuff. They were out of breakfast food, which sucked. We got coffee there, right?
Yeah.
But their breakfast food, they just had like it was basic. So it was like you get a breakfast sandwich, breakfast burrito, or
Mm-hmm.
like a yogurt parfait or whatever. But they were
Yeah.
like five. They were like $5, right?
Uh-huh.
So we were kind of stoked. Then they were
Oh.
out of it, so we got the coffee. It was really good. Um, and then
What's your go-to coffee order?
I don't really have one.
Okay, just feel it out.
To be honest, because I mean I get like from Starbucks, I get like the brown sugar shaken espresso,
Jenna gets that sometimes.
which is really good.
It is good.
Um, but like casual places, I'll be getting like vanilla lattes, caramel latte type
Yeah, yeah,
deal.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Makes sense. That's what I get.
and but like when I'm drinking, I just drink coffee.
Well, yeah, so do I. I like cold brew more than I like black, dark, or hot
Like
coffee. But
yeah, I mean, I just do whatever. Like I'll have folders with honey
yeah.
and just drink it. Like it's whatever. I just got some coffee actually, some actual coffee. Because HEB has their coffee grounds are cheap, so they have this like Snicker cookie one, like a Snickerdoodle one. It's
Mm-hmm.
really good. Just
Yeah.
normal tasting coffee. You don't have to put anything in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Starbucks was like on sale, so I got the salted caramel mocha one, which is good.
Mm.
But
Oh,
yeah. So we did that, and then we went to like Penguin. It's called Penguich. It's a small town.
okay.
And we actually got food there. Really fire. It's like called the Cowboy Cafe or something like that. Um,
Oh, this city
it was
looks
like the
sick.
fattest.
It looks just like Oh, I love small towns, dude. What small towns with like main streets are literally the best.
Yeah, that was pretty much like what it was. We ate on this main street. It was on this.
You go to
Uh,
Cowboys Cafe.
yeah, it was Cowboy Cafe or something.
Oh, yeah, I literally see it. That's cool.
Yeah, it was like on the end of that picture. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, it had big portions. It was like one of the biggest omelets I've had.
That's
Huge
cool.
portions, really good and tasty. Um, and then we decided to go because we didn't have to pay to get into Bryce, which was really nice
Mm.
because we got there before the Rangers were there, like in the booths. So you
Oh,
just drive through.
oh,
So we didn't have to pay for it. And we were like, oh, it's the same distance to go back through Zion as it is to just go back. So we're like, oh, let's just go through Zion and pay for that. We save the money. Blah blah. We can go, and we went. We actually went with the sole purpose of going to the hat shop that sells Sonero hats to see if they had the new ones.
mm-hmm.
So we did that. Basically paid, $35 and drove, waited in this long line, all this different stuff just to get hats,
Did you get hats?
specific
Is
brand
that the
hats.
hat you got?
No, I ordered this. Um,
Oh,
so
so
it was
that's.
already coming to St. George.
Did
I
you get
got one
another
for
hat?
me and Jackson because it was this one sold out twice.
Oh, that's
Both
okay.
times I
That's the.
wanted it, and then it came back in. I was like, Jackson, it's back in. I'm buying it. He's like, do you want me to buy it for you? You can pay
Right.
me back. And then he was like, yeah, buy it, whatever. And then instead of paying me back, he bought this.
Bought that, which is so sick.
So that was fire. But Maddie and Lauren both got hats, I think. But
Mm.
Jackson and I didn't. And we went to the Zion Brewery.
Oh, what'd you think?
Really good. I don't remember
Yeah,
what we got, to be
dude.
honest. We got the burger,
I got a
but
burger, and it
I
was.
don't remember. I think we got the Zion Brewery burger,
Uh,
but
I,
and then Jackson and Lauren got like the elk burger, and then we got the loaded fries, and it was all good. And I
anyone
got
get a lemonade,
no one got
dude?
drink. I was the only one who got a drink, and I got like the local pale ale.
Oh, so you
I
got
got a
the
beer.
you got the brew burger with
Yeah, I
the
got the brew
jalapeno
burger.
bacon jam and the garlic ale.
Yeah,
Oh my god! Oh, dude, it was just
yeah, it was
tasty,
good. So
tasty.
yummy. Yep. So I mean, that was a good day. We went back, and then we went to a haunted house.
Oh, nice.
Full day.
Yeah, that is a full day.
The haunted house is cool. It's like farm or whatever, and this dude has haunted house. He was really, really nice, super cool. And the place has a farm dog that was adorable named Pogo.
Hmm.
Um, and they were actually so dude, if I lived there, I would have a puppy right now. Just that one or two. Because they were selling they had three golden doodle puppies that the breeder that they knew got sick, just cancer, and there's like any of them gone.
Hmm.
They're 12 weeks, all shots, $500. Normally $2,400 puppies,
Jeez,
but she needed them gone, and they were so cute.
that's crazy. Dude, that's so nice.
uh, but yeah, those were like the main things we did. Went to
Yeah.
dinner, went to lunch, did whatever, but
Uh
and then I
huh.
hung out we played pickleball with Maddie's teacher friends. Went to the
Hmm.
Rangers one, so I didn't have to kill Maddie for making me miss it. Um,
Oh,
because
yes.
if they lost, they were out. But
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
play again tonight.
yeah, they do. 1-1.
1-1.
Good times though.
Yeah,
Lot done past 3 weeks.
yeah, it's been cool. Been good couple weeks.
Oh,
Oh,
last thing, Maddie put me on, bro. So these are like the kettle chips.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Already fire, right? Truffle and sea salt. They're ruffle chips. These have to have crack in them, dude.
Mm. Because they're that
They
good.
are. I got this yesterday and it's almost gone.
I'll have to go get some. That's funny.
Well,
Uh,
don't get them if you don't want to eat an entire bag of chips.
they're that good.
No, they're that good. These are probably the best tasting. It's like a cheat code. It's truffle oil. Like
Truffle oils.
it's like when you put garlic on anything. Like obviously it's gonna taste good because it's gonna taste like garlic.
It's true.
That's this. It tastes like you got the truffle oil. It just tastes good. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
um. I went to Quiznos last Tuesday. Yeah.
was that when you left? No, that's when I left.
You left Tuesday.
Because I was thinking, because I went to Quiznos too when I left, because it's at the airport.
Oh no, I went. We didn't have time to go to get food at the airport.
That's true. That's true.
No, so I went to Quiznos because I was doing lunch buddies and I forgot a lunch, so I went to go get lunch.
Mm.
Got lunch, and then um, I filled out, and I know the owner, right? Because we always go. He recognizes me. He recognized Dad. You know, short little Vietnamese guy, Tien. I don't know how you say it correctly, but that's how it's spelled. And I came in, he goes, "Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while." And I was like, "What's up, dude?" You know, I was talking to him. He's like, what are you doing now? Are you done with school? It was good to talk to him. I filled out their giveaway. There's like a $10 gift card, and you could win a $100 chiropractic visit to the place next door. Well, I won. I think he just picked me because he's the homie. But so I use my Quiznos gift card later this week. Great. Love it. Okay. I go to the chiropractor visit. They do these exams on me, right? Like, oh, like my spine. They like do like nervous system stuff. Like it was, interesting, pretty cool. And then they're about like ready to adjust me, but then they go, you have to get an X. We don't adjust people unless we get an X-ray. And I was like, okay. Like, do I not? And like, it'll be $150. I was like, no. Like, do you want to schedule one? I'm like, no, I'm good. You did nothing. You showed me that my back hurts. I knew that already. Like,
That's so dumb.
like they gave me a scan of like my
chiropractor visit is just not free.
like they gave me scans of my back where it's like there's more heat, so it's like more pressure, things like that. And I'm like, I knew this. You want to know why? It hurts there. And they didn't adjust me, and I was like, whatever.
Wow.
So that was that. That was funny. But anyway, we can move on. Something this happened while we were on our hiatus. KSI Fury, Paul Danis. I don't want to talk too much about it because it was so awful, but
so bad.
It was
That's really just the thing to talk about. But
do you think KSI was robbed?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I don't get it.
I don't think anybody won the fight. If I'm being completely honest,
doesn't
I think
know
they
how
both lost because one KSI. I don't think I would even consider what he did fighting.
Well, he's
so I don't
fighting.
think he
He's
can
just not
win
boxing.
The fight. Well, he's not even fighting. That's
He's
the thing. He's doing jumping jacks in a karate pose, and then he throws one. So he goes like, he does this thing. He's like, and then he reaches across with his backhand and does a full force punch, and he throws that punch. It never lands.
No.
And then he hugs afterwards, and then he goes back to doing it again. So when you do that the entire fight, I literally don't think he threw a combo the entire boxing match, which is so pathetic.
Yeah.
That he did not throw a single combo is ridiculous. But then, so then I'm like, you hear that and you're like, oh yeah, so Tommy Fury won for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Bro lost too.
Yeah, it was bad.
He is supposed to be a pro boxer, and he could not figure out how to beat what I just explained.
He boxed a lot better against Jake.
He did.
Because Jake's a boxer, though.
Yeah, but the fact that he can't adjust to that is so ridiculous. I get that it's on that it's like weird. It's like a weird boxing style. So it's like he's not gonna know how to fight it when he goes in and then he starts doing it, and you're like, what the heck? How do I do this? But 6 rounds, okay? 6 rounds to figure it out. He couldn't do it. Okay. One, he couldn't figure out how to not get hugged. Ridiculous. Okay, throw your punches from a distance, dude. Stop going in close and getting grabbed and letting that happen every single time. Okay. Keep some distance, throw some jabs, work on the dude.
Right.
No, none of that. it's just like
It's
so beyond pathetic
yeah,
that he could not beat that.
like better than he did because he technically won, but
Technically, he won, but I don't like I said, I don't consider anyone a winner. The only reason I think that he should have won is because if KSI won, that's like actually detrimental to boxing as a sport.
yeah,
If someone does that and then wins a boxing match against someone who legitimately boxes,
right,
normally I'll say legitimately boxes,
right.
that's like that's like a detriment to the sport. So
Oh yeah,
I was really happy. I thought they were going to give it to KSI. So I
but
was really happy when they didn't. But like I said, neither one of them deserved to win.
dude, and Logan and Dylan was awful. Like I mean, Logan at least boxed, at least fought.
Yeah, he's not a great fighter, but honestly, he had the best he had the best boxing of the four main or
Yeah,
the four main
and
guys, the
like
two main fights.
Dylan's the biggest. Like I was rooting for Dylan, not because I thought what he was doing to Nina. I still think like, yeah, all is fair. It's boxing, whatever. And she lived her life. She did that. She posted those things. Like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, she made it like they're public, not
they're
to give
public.
in.
And but I still think it's like, I don't think it's right what he did. It's funny in some cases, but like he's a scumbag for sure. But it was like I don't like Logan very much. Like,
Nah,
but
he's a scumbag too. So
yeah,
they're both bad, terrible people. But
but Dylan just talked all the and just didn't do anything. And
he
now
didn't fight.
he's still freaking yapping saying that Logan
He
ran the
didn't.
whole time, which isn't
He
true.
didn't run the whole time. He fought the entire time. But I mean, it was pathetic performance by Dylan.
It was bad,
Because
dude.
he held his guard for 6 rounds.
He didn't
That's
throw
all
a
he did. All he
punch.
did was hold his guard up for 6 rounds. Which the problem is, and the issue is that the problem with these fights and this boxing card that people have is that legitimately anyone could have done it. Anyone, like pretty much anyone, could go in and just like do this and protect themselves and last a decent amount of time.
Especially against
Anybody
someone who's not a real boxer. Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying, and people would say, oh, you would go in and I'm not talking about like just walk in and do it, but like if you just pick some random dude and we're like you get 3 months to train, and then all you got to do is just go in and not get knocked out. That's your only goal is to not get knocked out. Like you don't have to throw a single punch. Anyone can do that. If you did the same thing and you're like, all you got to do is go in and do jumping jacks and hug him,
Mm-hmm.
anyone could do that. That's the problem. There was no actual fighting, and it was just sad.
That
I
is.
didn't pay. I did not pay for it, and I want my money back.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was brutal. I watched it on TikTok, I think. Like
So
oh, that's what you watched it on?
yeah,
Yeah, I downloaded TikTok just to watch it, and it was
I just watched it on my computer
oh
on TikTok,
yeah, it's
but
just bad. It's awful, 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 awful. Um, yeah, it's bad. I don't know.
yeah,
Jake's
pretty much.
fighting someone on December 15th.
I know he's hyping it up already. I
If
don't
it's a
know when set
boxer, I'm
exactly.
down. If it's not a
Yeah.
boxer, I don't care.
I mean, to be fair, after watching that, I'll be excited to watch anyone he fights because at least his fights are entertaining.
He's also an entertaining person.
So I'll
So
still watch it and I'll be excited to watch it just because it's. But it won't build him any credibility if he doesn't pick actual boxer though.
no, not at all.
That's my
The
personal
fact that
opinion on
Logan
that.
says he's a better boxer than Jake is so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Speaking of Logan though, I hate Logan, but dude knows how to make a YouTube video.
he's really good at it.
He's really good at making YouTube videos now. Like his style or whatever for them,
Yeah,
he makes quality YouTube videos.
yeah.
But yeah, next thing, this is just
It's just
one ridiculous, like crazy, and like kind of sad, but then it was just like funny. So basically, Eddie Bauer changed their logo uh in order to reach the next generation because quote kids don't learn cursive anymore, and so they changed from their iconic cursive logo to a block logo with a duck.
Which in like the duck's cool. Like I think it's fine, but it's just the fact that they change. Like if a new company started and it was different name, like if this said Micah Paulson with the duck, I think that's cool. But
it's like I think it's not a bad logo, but I think it's awful for them. One, like as a designer, they did not need they did not need to hit a 180 on their logo in any regards. If they wanted to reach a younger generation, you could still do it with like a flowy, scripty font that is just easier to read.
also people
There's more
know that what
readable.
that means.
Exactly. It's that so like yeah, right off the bat, it's not a hard word. Like the
The letters make
EDDIE,
sense.
like it's easy to read as is.
Except for maybe
Two,
the R, but that's not difficult either.
yeah. Two, it's iconic. So like regardless of generation, it's a big name and people know what the logo is. People even if they couldn't read cursive would still look at Eddie Bauer's logo and know it's Eddie Bauer.
Also, no one that is not gonna make Gen Z go into their store in the
That
mall.
also
It
true
doesn't
is that it
change
is a
the
older generation
and
store.
the younger people that like I could shop at Eddie Bauer. You could
I would
shop
go
there.
to Eddie Bauer too, but that's because
I
I've
know
now
what Eddie
grown
Bauer
up.
is.
Well, yeah, and I've also now grown up, so now it kind of more fits my demographic as an adult, you know.
But then,
Like
yeah, because like when like our kids hypothetically someday, okay, or even you take Elijah, he will shop there if he gets to a teenager when he can shop on his own, whatever. He'll him going into a mall and seeing Eddie Bauer, the other version, will never change. The logo of what's there will never matter at all.
no,
It'll
no,
be the window. What kind of clothes are there? That's it.
exactly.
Like it just does.
It's overall stupid. It didn't really make sense from a design standpoint or a marketing standpoint. It didn't make sense like at all.
And also,
Um,
it's really isn't that hard to read that cursive. I can't read cursive very well, but
no, it's very easy. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's just it's funny to talk about. It's kind of stupid. Oh.
um, this is funny. So I wrote Fortnite LOL question mark, and then you wrote in all caps Fortnite. I don't know the last time we've talked about Fortnite on this podcast, but it's been a long time.
Couple years, honestly, probably.
I mean, I'm sure we could look, and it's probably sooner than we think, but we've talked about it 5 times. So, oh wait, no, 3 times. Oh, that's a draft. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I was gonna say we talked about it like when we drafted video games.
Episode 23. Okay. It's because it was a core memory. And the last time we talked about it was episode 19 when I added no builds. So.
Oh wow, that was a long time ago.
That's like January. No, that's like April or May of 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Over a year ago.
Over a year ago.
Yeah. Year and a half. So, Fortnite, they're bringing back the old map and
weapons
and
weapon models and weapon sounds and animations and
yep,
all of the above. Which is fire.
I mean, someone made the point being like, well, everyone's just as sweaty, like, so it doesn't change a lot, which is kind of true. But
it is kind of true. But I've been playing Fortnite a little bit recently
once, and I had fun
with Carson.
Yeah. The game's
and
good.
some of his buddies. It's not bad.
I
Honestly, Fortnite is in one of my favorite states currently. Before they bring back the old map in like a long time, probably top 3. OG was best probably, and then early season 2 or chapter 2. I mean, was pretty good. That was probably second best. state of Fortnite. This
Mm-hmm.
is probably the third best state of Fortnite right
I
now.
mean, Grant, I've played 2 games, so like I played one game and won, which was fun. The guns are great.
The guns are awesome. That's why it's good.
The freaking SMG is
They're
good.
balanced
The
and
shotguns are all
fun to
great.
use.
They're all good
Yeah.
shotguns. And like plus the perk where you can like kill someone instantly if you headshot.
Hmm.
I died that way once. Like my second game I played, I died. I had like 8 kills. So it was like top 5, and this guy, like he turned and flicked. It was crazy. I was like, oh, I deserve to lose. Uh, but and then the AR with the scope is so
Yeah, the
and like
red
the
dot is really
DMR.
good. The
Oh yeah.
DMR is like obviously you're never going to use it as a PC player, but it's good for controller players, which is like great. Like it's a gun that works for a certain console, like a certain uh type of player, and
Yeah.
controller players use it all the time. And I'll never pick it up as a you know
So
PC player.
I'm
So
I'm
I
I'm
mean, it's very
excited.
good.
I probably won't come back to playing hours upon hours of video games again, but like I'm sure
I
I'll
don't
play it
think
a little bit more. Like
I don't think I ever will, but
it just sounds fun. I feel like we were joking about this yesterday, talking about video games, but Michael Williams was talking about him playing Zelda again, and he's like, I can stop when I want, which is like obviously a addiction
a
kind
joke,
of
yeah,
joke,
addiction
but
joke.
and that's kind of I do like I could actually stop if I wanted to. Like I played 2 games and was fine, like I didn't like, oh, I'm addicted. Like
No, exactly.
it's not that serious. But yeah, so it should be interesting. Next week you'll hear our opinions on how well they do it. They're hyping it up like it's going to be amazing. So if it's a letdown, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. If it's like another creative 2.0 thing, I'll be upset.
Yeah, where like they come out with it and then it's really not what they built it up to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I got a little like they like pushed me away at one point during all of the build up and hype uh and leaking all that stuff because which it ended up not being true, but people were saying that it was going to be fragments of the old map
Oh, that would have sucked.
coming back. Like so like little pieces of the map would like be placed into the current map,
Oh, that
like
would be bad.
main POIs and different
Uh-huh.
things. And I was like, okay, well now I'm not excited anymore.
It needs to
But
be like the actual.
they're saying it's like literally the actual map and stuff. So
Dude, Tilted Towers is going to be crazy.
now I
I'm hyped. I'm excited. I haven't been excited for video games in a long time. So,
neither of us great.
apparently, we don't need to talk about this. This is just an update if you care. Actor strike is close to closing a deal. They're close. They're going to be continuing talks this week. So, hopefully that can happen. Because uh the SAG told the studios that if they don't make a deal like in the next week or so, they won't negotiate until January, which is like a tactic, obviously. Because I mean, studios are losing money, they're delaying projects, like they need to release stuff. And they won't have anything to make. Like they will just not be making money if they keep delaying.
Yeah.
And the money they lose from giving actors what they deserve um, is not even close to what they're losing right now. Like
No, it's not. It's
just
all ego.
it's illogical, but whatever. Um, A24 is looking to expand into making commercial films in the search of action and big IP projects. Some people hate this, some people don't care. I don't care because I think that's fine. I think they'll keep their same values as a company and
Well,
make.
yeah, for me that's like exciting because I think that they'll take big IP projects and make them small studio style.
Which is great. Like
They'll make them indie style. Like what it makes me think of is like if you took, if you had A24 make like a Static Shock
that'd be sick.
superhero
Yeah,
movie or like their rendition of like a classic version of Godzilla. Like they'd be
I
the people to do something like that,
I
which we've
imagine
talked about.
it's like Joker. Obviously, Joker's a decent sized budget, like the first Joker, but that's taking a character from an iconic IP and making it something different. I'm not the
Make
biggest fan of Joker, but the idea is still there.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
um, and they need to make money. They can't just keep making small budget movies that don't make them money. Like, I'm sorry. They can't.
Yeah, from a longevity standpoint, you have to you have to grow and expand.
Yeah.
So it's like people can't be like expecting them to just stay. Well, I mean, they can stay a small studio forever, but they will not. They won't stay this popular as a small studio forever. If
No,
they
because
want to continue being this big forefront of film,
yeah, which they are.
they have to grow and expand. That's just how that works. Otherwise, they will die off. That's just
It's true.
what happens. So
We've talked about the gargoyles, but the new news is it's being developed by James Wan and Gary Dauberman. Holy crap, that's crazy.
yeah, that's wild.
That's a good thing. Like that's really good. Because James, I haven't seen hardly any of James Wan because he makes horror movies, but I know he's like the best to ever do it. Um, in horror at least. And Gargoyles is not scary, but they could make it scary, and I'd be
Yeah, I'd be down.
down. Marvel TV shows. The fact that this is a thing is crazy. But they plan to finally have real showrunners and show Bibles. Show Bibles are just like lore for the show. It's not like
Mhm.
a Bible. And I know you
Bibles are coming to Marvel.
know. They're selling their own Bible.
Jesus Christ is coming to Marvel.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ will return.
they it's so good. And like the post credit scene of Passion of the Christ. Should have. Dude, if the MCU was a thing like back then, that would have so been something they would have done. That's
That would
so
have been
good.
hilarious. That's the
Oh,
post credit scene of him
dude, they have the
coming back.
if they do because they're doing the resurrection movie,
Oh yeah.
they still could do it. He
Oh,
will return. Oh, that'd be great. Um but so they're going to be focusing on multi-season shows instead of limited series, and they'll have proper showrunners and show Bibles. That's crazy that they did it.
yeah, that's like an expose for
That's
how
like,
bad they are at making TV shows.
and like, it's a miracle that some of them are even as good as they are. And like, realistically, there's only one that's like great. Um,
Yeah, realistically.
uh, but and we got this news because Daredevil Born Again had an entire creative reboot. Because they read the scripts for the stuff, and Kevin was like, "Nah, this sucks." Apparently, and they signed on the two Loki season 2 directors to join the creative team and to direct, which is also really good
That is good.
because you'll hear about our Loki opinions later, but they are positive. The Boy and the Heron. I've told you this, but this cast is crazy for the English dub, which is no, I screenshotted it. I hate. Uh, while we wait, Phineas and Ferb takes place the summer after the original series ends.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, Christian Bale,
Thank you. I can't find it.
Dave Bautista,
Yeah.
Gemma Chan, Willem Dafoe, Karen Fukuhara, Mark Hamill, Robert Pattinson, and Florence Pugh
That's crazy.
as well.
That's
That's a big
that,
cast.
that's big cast. That's really big cast. I'm also so excited for that movie. Oh, I forgot to add this. Um, the next thing is NFL. All right. So the NFL is weird right now. Um, in the terms of teams that were great are losing. Some teams are still winning. The Eagles are still winning. Um, the 49ers have lost 3 straight games.
And
And
now are not first in their division.
the Seahawks are. And we,
Technically, you know, they're a game behind.
yeah.
they already had their bye, so they're
Yeah.
a game behind, and they're pretty much like the same right
They're
now.
5-2.
Yeah.
But we said on this podcast that the 49ers are the best team in the NFL, and there's no way that they would lose the Super Bowl. And then they proceeded to lose to the Browns, the Bengals, which isn't that bad, and the Vikings, which apparently isn't that bad now, considering how the Vikings have been playing.
Yep.
Which is weird.
I know.
They just decided to suck, and then just something clicked.
Yeah.
And
then something else clicked.
Something snapped, actually. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about the Vikings? I don't have any other thoughts.
I don't
on the
really have
NFL.
much to say about the NFL.
Will Levis, dude, shout out him. That's cool. That's a Brady moment.
Yeah, crazy good.
Played super well. Definitely picking him up for my terrible trash team.
Yep.
Okay. Vikings. So, I mean, last time we talked, like, legitimately on here, we were like, we should tank. Like, not actually, because I don't think either of us, like, just, but, like, if they did, it'd be fine because they'd get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, now we need a quarterback, but we're playing really good.
Yep, we lost our MVP quarterback.
Literally, he's playing the best football of his freaking. I mean, the dude just was showing why he's such a good. Like, no.
Well, he became mobile.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, like he would actually move out of the pocket and make plays. I mean, like against the Niners, he was like 14 for 17 and like 100-something yards and a touchdown when under pressure.
Yeah, and dude, Kirk Tober, of course. But he listened to our podcast. We're like, he can't move. He doesn't do anything. He says, I took that personally.
I took that personally.
But I don't. Yeah, he was like, yesterday when I was watching him, he was like, going out of the pocket and he like ran.
He ran for 8 yards.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Which people are like listening to this and are like, so he ran for 8 yards one time. But that's like a big deal. It's like usually with Kirk, what would happen is he'd just throw that away and we'd be 2nd and 10. But he chooses to run that and it's all of a sudden it's 2nd and 2. Like that's a big deal. Even at a small scale.
And one
time that game.
A couple of touchdowns against the Niners. At least one of them, Jordan Addison, was like he was under pressure and like moved. Like It was like, oh, he's gonna get sacked. He didn't get sacked, and then
yeah.
Let's see. He has rushed for literally 7 yards on 3 attempts. He's had 1 attempt for 10 yards in one game. 5, -5, -1, and then 9 against Green Bay. Yeah, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really depressing.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Jordan Addison, like, because KG Osborne was playing good. The mix of Madison and Akers was insane. Like, they were playing off each other so well.
I still hate Madison.
So do I. But, like, he's playing well.
I still hate our coaching, and I hate that Madison still plays. But it wasn't awful.
He's still playing okay.
Yeah, but I just hate the fact that Cam Akers goes in the game and dominates and can actually catch the ball, and so he's a dual threat running back. And then they just we get to the second half, and then they give him like 3 total snaps. Even at the end of the game when we're just running the ball, it's like from a coaching standpoint, they think that Alexander Madison is their RB1.
No,
why would you not? If you think that's your RB1, why would you keep him in running all these snaps, potential for injury in the cold, all this stuff? If you think that's your RB1 and you're just running the clock out, why would you just not put in your backup running back?
Yeah.
For even a few snaps. But no, second half, they literally never play Cam Akers in the second half.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's so stupid and it's so frustrating.
But I mean, and then Jordan Addison obviously is. How did we get 2 Justin Jeffersons? Like, the dude is so good.
He's so good.
TJ Hawkinson's been playing great. And KJ Osborne had like 9 receptions yesterday.
He had like 5 in 1 drive
Yeah.
in a row, consecutive,
So
like
for like
5
100
consecutive catches.
for like 100 yards. But
Yeah.
and Kirk is literally uh, MVP level stats without, and this is all without the best receiver in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't like. Yes, AJ Brown and Tyreek are going off. I still think Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in the NFL. You can't convince me otherwise.
I
He's
agree.
the only receiver in the NFL that legitimately changes the game. Sorry,
It's true.
like AJ Brown's amazing. So is Tyreek, but like,
I would say AJ Brown is probably my second right now.
yeah,
His last game was absolutely bonkers.
his
But
catch
then he's
that
been
catch
doing
was
it like every single game. He's been doing the same thing. It's impressive. I think
yeah.
he's better than Tyreek. Tyreek, I feel, is
Tyreek
great. He's still
that
top 3, but
he does
is
catch
a
the
little bit
ball.
less for me just because he's so fast. It's like
Yeah,
he's just fast. Like he's like catching with like 10 yards of distance
yeah, and
on
then
streak
running.
on streak routes, or he's catching slants and then just running.
Yeah,
So what he's doing is less impressive, but also very impressive.
yeah.
So
It's. I mean, it's less skilled for sure. I mean, technically, I guess running's a skill, but like he's just naturally
yeah, I
faster.
know. I mean, I hate to like fault the dude because he's naturally talented,
Yeah.
but he is getting faulted by me. Sorry.
Um, but the Vikings, who are they playing? It's who's the QB gonna be? It's Hall, right?
Hall. Well, they could do Mullins, but
I
it'd
think
be Hall. But people are talking about whether or not to trade or sign people. I don't know honestly what we do.
Jaron
Jaron
Hall.
Jaron Hall sucks. He's a late round draft pick rookie from BYU. He's very bad, but
Yeah,
he was bad in preseason. He was bad at the end of that game. He's just not very good. So I don't know. They're talking about like Andy Dalton, Trey Lance,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Get Tom Brady on the phone.
That would be crazy.
Never would happen.
No, it would
But
not.
now they're talking about Ryan Tannehill.
I don't know.
There's some options if we wanted to.
Yeah,
I don't know if we want to. That's my honest opinion.
yeah. It's just sad. Like I love Kirk, but it's probably the last game he's ever played for the Vikings.
It's possible, which sucks.
I like him a lot. Like I'm sorry. Like I just like him. He's a good quarterback and he's really likable.
I don't
Um,
think it'll be the last. I hope it's not the last game that he plays for the Vikings. I don't think it will be just because he has such a impact on the team beyond his skill level. So I think he'll be given a chance to return.
yeah, they better
My
not trade
favorite,
him
my
now. That would be scummy.
I don't think they'll trade him. That's what I'm saying. I think that he has too much value beyond his
They love
performance.
him. Like the team
Yeah,
loves
like the
him.
team actually loves him and faculty and all that. Like he's like legitimately the face of the franchise in terms of like he's a like heart and soul of the franchise. So it's like I don't think they'll get rid of him. I think that they will give him time to recover and a chance. I think they will honestly give him a chance to play again.
Yeah, probably.
That maybe if they choose, I don't know if we just like throw it in, now. Not in the fact that we throw it in, but like we just say Jaron Hall is our guy. If he can win, cool. If not, cool. And
Yeah.
then maybe we just draft a quarterback
Hmm.
and then we just give Kirk a chance to play again at next season. If he does well,
The thing is, though,
right. If he does poorly, we put in our backup. But he would be a great leader for a
and
rookie
the young
quarterback.
quarterback.
Also,
Yeah, I agree. Do you know who would be perfect if Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt? Zach Wilson would have been good.
that'd be the Christian Mormon clash,
Yeah, right. Well,
which
Jaron
we
Hall
already
went to
have. Yeah,
Jaron Hall
he
went to
went to BYU.
BYU.
Yeah, so does Zach Wilson. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
yeah.
Everything's clicking. Defensive, like the defense was. I don't. Green Bay's not the best, but like
Now Jordan Love's awful. Like
he's
probably
so,
one of the worst quarterbacks
he's
I've ever
so
watched
bad,
play
dude.
football.
He's so bad. I love it. Oh man. But the way they're playing, like, I don't know, man. They play the Falcons, who aren't great. What's their
Nah, they're
record?
they're even worse than their record. Their record's pretty good, but they played awful teams.
Records. They have the same record as us, 4-4.
Yeah,
And
they
but then we
started off
played.
like 4-1.
Then we played the Saints.
Yeah, they're not great.
Then we
I
play
think
the
the Falcons beat
Broncos,
them.
who suck, but they beat the
They're not
Chiefs.
good. Chiefs suck.
They suck. They're so bad. Oh my gosh.
The
I
Chiefs are
told
not good.
I told you they're frauds.
I already knew they were frauds.
I know you knew they were frauds, but I mean the hardest opponent we have is the Bengals, I guess.
Yeah, depending on how they keep playing, Technically, right now they're not that amazing either.
They're 4-4 too. No, they're
In
not.
terms
What are
of
they?
record, they're 5-3, I think.
They're 4-3. Yeah.
4-3. Oh yeah, they had their bye.
Um, and then the Lions.
Yeah,
Packers suck. The Bears suck. I mean, Bears really suck. That poor franchise.
actors really suck.
So, but yeah.
Yep. Well, the Rangers.
Yeah,
Not really much. I don't really have much to talk about.
I don't think either.
We're like in between. I feel like we're too far removed from the last series to be like talking about it. I mean, it's great.
It was great. Yeah, frick the Astros.
They're obviously back in the World Series. We got to beat the Astros. Everybody hates the Astros. And it's 1-1 right now. We play tonight in Arizona.
Last game wasn't fun. First game was crazy.
First game was awesome. Yeah, last game was not amazing.
So we'll see. I don't even know like how to think. So I obviously I hope they win. I think that they can.
Yep.
I think that they can win.
I did. Yeah, I agree.
And the Celtics are gonna go 82-0.
Yeah, the Celtics are really good.
If they don't, dude, they actually might win the finals.
I mean, Kristaps Porzingis went back to prime form for some
and
reason.
Drew Holiday's insane.
And Drew Holiday is just a better Marcus Smart.
And freaking
at 55 years old.
And freaking what's his face? Derek White shaved his head, and now he's
good.
Yeah.
He's got the bald head. Wonder, dude. He's
And
got
dude,
the Mike Jordan and the Kobe and the.
Did you see the Bucks game the other night?
Yeah.
Last night?
Yeah.
Dame had 6 points.
6 points.
Yikes.
I don't think it really matters, but
I don't think it does either, but it's just funny.
I think it's basketball, I think it's funny that people make a big deal out of it. It's like if he was in Portland and he had 6 points, no one would care. It's just because he got traded to the Bucks.
Yeah, no one would care at all.
And now, I mean, you can talk about Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry passed away.
Yes.
Parent drowning incident. He's only 54 years old.
Mm-hmm. Which is.
I don't think anything else has came out about it. More details. But it sucks.
It does suck. Like a lot.
We are true believers that Mrs. Chandler Bong was the heart and soul of Friends. So
yeah, like I was like actually sad.
I was too.
It made me appreciate Friends again because I've been dogging on it, But,
yeah.
Like to say like one, this podcast's name would not exist. At all. Like that was like kind of crazy to think about. Now it's like the biggest thing in the world, But it's like, oh, like his pet. He's like his interactions with the chick and the duck were some of the best,
Yeah.
But his character is obviously just the best character, in my opinion, obviously, in your opinion. He's funny. His serious stuff was always good. I don't know. Like, he just always was just hilarious.
Yeah.
His sarcasm was just perfect.
Sarcasm's on point. His social awkwardness is awesome,
Mm-hmm.
or his emotional awkwardness, I should say. He doesn't like serious moments really,
Uh-huh.
but then he'll have the serious moments.
His
They're like
serious moments are some of the
when he's
best,
like
though.
when he's actually well, that's because he's so awkward when it's serious. So it's like
Uh-huh.
when he has a serious moment, it's like a really big deal.
Like when he proposed to Monica, which was so good.
Yeah.
Like that was the box, dude. The box is one of my
The
favorites.
box is one of the funniest things ever. Obviously, of the iconic meme of him holding and with the headphones on the album.
Oh yeah, there's so many. Him in the canoe talking to
Yep.
the chick and the duck while watching the movie, like or the show late at night.
When he took a bath
It's so
or a
good.
few baths.
He took
That
a
was
couple.
funny.
Literally, the title is literally the one where Chandler takes a bath. Um.
I loved when he did the when he and Monica were like little secret or whatever, and he was kissing everyone.
Oh my gosh, that was
When he
funny.
kissed Monica, and then he's like picked it up in Europe.
The best Rachel and him moment is the cheesecake. Where they can't stop. Where do you want to go for lunch? Little Mama's Bakery in wherever New Jersey or whatever they go.
Yep.
Um, oh, freaking Phoebe and Chandler. That's was good. Like where
Yeah.
like they're versus each other.
Yep.
Oh man, cups with Joey
Yep.
when he moves out. There's just so many, man.
He was
Um,
great.
the picture that hit me the hardest was the one of Joey sitting on the recliners with the empty. Like that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think about like that hit me the hardest. Like I heard the news, I was sad. I was like, dang. Then I was like scrolling and I saw that. I was like, oh, like he's got like you just don't think the same thing happened with Kobe, but this is a little bit more personal. Like you just don't like there's these celebrities, these people you watch, you just don't feel like they can die. And then they
You
do.
also the problem is that you also sometimes with big celebrities and stuff and them dying is like celebrities are so detached
Mhm.
from like humanity. It's like you also don't feel like they exist or
Yeah.
like they ever existed in the first place. So there's certain things that will trigger that like that a picture like that where you're like or like we'll just do something
Uh
trigger
huh.
in your mind that like the person actually existed and now they don't.
And like the fact that he was a deeply, broken and just a dude that dealt with a lot of crap and overcame that, and like
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
it is crazy.
There's in his memoir he talks about his relationship with God. So I don't know. Obviously, I hope that he did have a relationship with him. 'Cause that'd be great.
Yep.
But
Yep.
just sad, man.
Very.
Iconic character. I might watch Friends again just because I, want to watch him. Um,
Yeah.
just a legend. Just so. Yeah, he apparently went to cardiac arrest. It wasn't drugs or alcohol or. But
Yeah. That sucks.
it does suck. It's so sad. Gosh, man, when
Mm.
someone like I don't even know, there's gonna be some actor or celebrity that dies one day like unexpectedly. That's gonna really hit me. I just don't know who it is yet.
No, I don't know who it is either. I didn't think that Kobe would hit me, but that hit me.
Kobe hit everybody, dude. That was crazy.
It was weird, but
That was yeah, but
because that's not someone I'd pick. So I don't know who will hit me, because like that's not someone that I even thought would hit me ever.
like
But then it did.
I guess like I don't know. Robin Williams didn't hit as hard. It hits harder now thinking about it, watching his
Yeah.
movies because he's so good. Um,
Yeah, that would have hit hard.
I'm
But
trying to think like if I could. It also like depends on like how it happens and stuff.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Sudden.
Steve
It's
Carell. I
usually
feel like if Steve
sudden
Carell
death.
died unexpectedly, that could hit me really
Yeah,
hard.
that would probably really suck.
Um,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. I don't know. There's probably some. I mean, like Kirk Cousins died. Like I'd be
I
really.
think I would actually cry if Kirk Cousins ever dies. Hopefully he
um,
lives forever.
um, Did you see the hockey thing?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! I don't know what league, but basically a guy was skating and he fell, and when he fell, his leg came up and sliced the guy's neck open, and the guy died. He hit like an artery, and I don't know if there's an artery. He hit something. He sliced like, and like the camera cuts to it, and his white jersey is now red. Like he
Jeez.
skates off and like in shock and all that, but he died. Like it's graphic. Like it's brutal.
Jeez.
Like you don't see this stuff, but like you see. I mean, there's so much blood, and it's just they're gonna have to do like neck guards, like make it mandatory. Cause like jarring. It was jarring. It was
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
not switching gears.
trailers.
Trailer time. There's a lot. Some I have more thoughts on than others. For sure.
Yep.
The
We'll
Beekeeper,
take it as we go.
Jason Statham. Looks fun.
Again, it's him in the movie about movies he's in.
Huh?
It's a movie like that
Yeah.
Jason Statham would be in.
It looks better than other ones he's in though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it looks pretty interesting. Like it looks like what's that movie he's in? The Wrath of Man. It looks like more like that, where it's like good action.
Yeah.
Not to say that the Meg 2 isn't the best movie ever made, but yeah. The Color Purple remake.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. I'm not like,
I'm not like into it, so I don't know, but it looks pretty good.
I think it'll be good, and I think a lot of people will like it.
I agree with that.
We've had multiple new looks at the Marvels.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. It doesn't look amazing by any means. Like I'm not saying it's like the next best thing, but like I'm like excited. I think it's interesting. And I like that it's short.
Yeah. I think that's my only positive for it. Is that it's not long.
Brie Larson also doesn't. I mean, maybe her character, like the way they are portraying her character, just in the trailers, even she looks like not like a jerk. So
Yeah,
that
I
also.
mean I could see that, but for me it's just not interesting at all. And I think that with them making Loki, I think there's actually zero chance I watch this movie ever in my life.
You don't think you'll watch it if it comes out on Disney Plus? What if I tell you it's good?
That just does not interest me at all.
Yeah.
For me
Apparently,
with Marvel now, it's like very selective, and when you know that they can make good things, for me it's that for me Marvel is no longer one like it's not all continuity based for me now. I'm not gonna watch everything just because it's Marvel anymore. So it's like, Loki was really good. It is really good. I'm so excited to keep watching it, and
yeah.
I have no intention of watching this movie.
Yeah. I get it.
That's it for me. But
Um yeah, so I mean, we'll talk about Loki. I could talk about Loki for a
yep,
while. The Iron Claw. This is the one about
Zac Efron as
Zac
Lord
Efron.
Farquaad.
That's just foul. That's so mean. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, this is about the wrestling family,
Hmm.
made by A24. I think it looks great.
It does look really good.
Um, but yeah, I mean, Zac Efron's huge.
Yeah.
Ripped. So and I think isn't Jeremy Allen White in it too?
I think someone's in it.
Someone that I yeah, the guy from The Bear.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
So excited to say the least.
Yeah.
Zone of Interest didn't give us a lot. It was like a 1 minute
Yeah,
teaser.
this was like a not thing, but
I didn't know that it was 1 minute teaser until I turned it on. I've heard the movie's good, but I don't know. The second Ferrari trailer.
this looks really good.
This does look really good.
Like really freaking good.
Michael Mann. I really want to watch Heat. I haven't
Mhm.
seen it. But Adam Driver looks just freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. He's always good in serious roles. So like, not in the sense like he's obviously really good in serious roles, but like whenever they put him into a serious role in a movie, it's usually a really good movie. So
Yeah, I agree. The boy in the boat. George.
isn't it? What? Which one is? This is the.
The rowing movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, about University of Washington rowing
Hmm.
team.
Yeah.
There's some good actors in it, which I like, but I don't know how good it'll be. It's a
It
biopic.
doesn't interest me at all.
I like biopics, but like, I hope it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know
It's
what you
like
mean.
it's like
And
I'll it's like I see it because I pay for Rego Unlimited, but if I didn't, I definitely wouldn't pay money to go see it. I'd wait.
yeah, I won't pay to see it.
Yeah, no.
No
Uh,
chance.
Fingernails.
This one looked really good.
This does look really good. It's again Jeremy Allen White,
Hmm.
uh, Riz Ahmed, right? And dude, Riz
Yeah.
Ahmed's so good.
I wish he was in everything.
I know, dude. Riz Ahmed's the best.
He's like one of those actors for me. I just think that he's so good. Like so good. I just wish he was in main character in more serious movies.
Uh huh. Because he's in obviously Sound of Metal
Down the
and
middle.
Nightcrawler is another good one.
He's
Uh,
in some uh, that I wanted to watch, I thought. Um yeah, Encounter. Is that what it was?
oh, Encounter came out 2021.
Yeah. He's in Fleet.
Oh, really?
Or he's credited in it for some reason.
Interesting.
That was a really good movie.
I still haven't watched that.
He's in Weathering with You.
Oh, he's in Rogue One.
I just watched this.
I don't think he's, according to Letterboxd, he's not in that.
In what?
Weathering with You or
He is. He's the
oh, oh, never mind. Never mind.
English dub. He's in.
Oh,
He's the detective dude. He doesn't talk much. You haven't seen Weathering with You, right?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you have.
What's it on?
Uh, HBO
Oh,
or Max. I mean,
it's
sorry.
Makoto Shinkai, who made Your Name and Suzumi.
Yeah, you saw Suzumi. I watched
Yeah,
Weathering with You this week.
gotcha. Okay. No, Riz Ahmed's so good, dude. So Fingernails it looks very interesting.
Call me Riz Ahmed.
My last name is Ahmed, the way I be rizzing. Yeah, so Anna and Ryan have found true love together. It's been proven by a controversial test. There's one problem. Anna still isn't sure. Then she meets Amir.
Ooh,
Interesting.
ooh,
I love
Amir is gonna show her the world of Riz Ahmed.
it. It's so good. The stacked cast because Jessie Buckley apparently she's I haven't seen her anything, but she's in like great things. She's in Chernobyl. She's in Women Talking. She's in a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of big actors in this movie too. Yeah,
So
and same with the next one.
this okay. The thing is, it's made by Netflix, so it's hit and miss. No matter how good it
I think
looks.
it's 100% miss, but it's got
That
some big actors.
it's got some big actors. Like
I think it's gonna be Bird Box. I'm gonna be honest. I think
the,
it's gonna be Bird
the
Box. But
cast is crazy and like the concept's really cool, but like I'll get there.
it looks very Bird Box. It's same apocalyptic kind of thriller movie as Bird
Mhm.
Box, so I think it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
My official diagnosis, gnosis movie.
Mm-hmm. This isn't much, but the Daily Wire is making a Snow White movie, with Brett Cooper playing Snow White. Um, just interesting.
Yeah, interesting to say the least.
It's funny that
It's kind of funny because it's pointless now too.
why?
Because they scrapped the Snow White movie.
No,
I thought they did.
I thought that was a lie because they posted a photo of Snow White this week.
Uh,
It looks really bad.
yeah, I thought they scrapped it.
No, I got delayed, and then it's still happening. You can look up the photo. It looks atrocious. It's her with the dwarfs that are CGI.
Well, let me see. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's a movie.
Nice. I guess.
um, the Iron
All right then.
Lung, huh?
I said, all right then.
Yeah, no, big no for me. Iron Lung, Markiplier's movie.
Markiplier movie. Markiplier's movie should have been FNAF.
Yeah.
It would have been better.
Oh yeah, it would have been better. Um, uh, this looks. I don't know. Like it. I don't know. It's like cool.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean,
It's
it's
coming to theaters, which is crazy to me.
it's gonna be his first actual theatrical release. I think it's cool. Like, I put it in because I think it's cool that
Yeah.
YouTuber taking his millions, making he's taken the what would seem like the natural progression of YouTube. It's like you kind of start out, especially now. Like now, you start off, you make like little videos, TikTok, whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
people are like, all right, now I'm gonna progress to YouTube. Now I make YouTube videos. It's like it seems like the natural progression would then to be like make like TV movie stuff. You start making you just like increase your budget basically. You take no budget, then you got YouTube, and you got like kind of budget, and then it's like taking the next step. So it's like it's cool, but it's not gonna be great.
Yeah. No. The Curse. This is a TV show with the one guy and Emma Stone.
Yeah,
Looks. Oh, this got a full trailer. That's right. That's why we've
yeah,
talked about it. It looks good.
it looks pretty good. Yeah,
I don't know if I'll watch it because I don't watch TV shows like that. But
yeah, same.
The Holdovers.
This looks good.
This
This came out with like this was like a teaser though, right?
uh, there's a full
Because
trailer.
yeah, but the full trailer came out like 3 months ago or something like that. 2 months ago.
Yeah, I just didn't think we ever talked about it, so I was like, I'll just throw it in
I
there.
think we did.
Oh, okay. I couldn't
I don't know
find
if it
it.
was. I don't think it was like in. Yeah, 'cause I don't think it was in this. But I
Oh,
think we talked about it because it was a trailer for a movie that we watched in theaters.
oh, Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Okay, yeah.
So we ended up talking about it during that episode.
This might be the movie I see with Grandma.
Really? Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I think it's gonna be really.
I think it looks great. So,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Yeah. A little
Um,
bit.
and then lastly, we got a full trailer for The Killer.
Yeah.
Which looks sick.
Swag.
Um, I mean, it's Fincher and Michael Fassbender. I don't know
Yeah.
what we were expecting, but it looks metal and awesome. So, yeah.
Agreed.
Talk about what we've been watching, and then I say we do movie of the week, then Loki, because I want to end on a good
Yeah.
note.
Let's do it.
All right, what have you been
Pull
watching?
it through it. All right. Start it off. I rewatched Mutant Mayhem.
Mm,
Still like it. Still have the same problems with it. I watched La La Land.
same.
Still like it. Still have no problems with it. Uh,
Exactly. It's,
I watched Shane Gillis, Beautiful Dogs. I don't know if I talked about this, so I put it on.
you,
Did I talk about it?
you told me in person. You didn't.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know if we talked about it on the pod or not.
No, we did
So I
not.
put it. Yeah. Basically, Carson Carell told me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. It was hilarious. You should watch it. He's funny.
He is
I mean,
funny.
it's comedy stand up Netflix, so watch it.
Did you see him on Rogan and what he was talking about?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
I need to watch that.
It was like they were talking about what Rogan was into,
Hmm.
and uh, he said something about like oh, he likes muscular. Rogan saying he liked muscular girls, just like girls with muscle, or whatever. And then he got to the conversation like he's like, oh, I don't mind armpit hair, and Shane goes, you're getting pretty close. He's like, you like him bald too, and I mean, oh my gosh, it was really funny. I laughed really
That's
hard.
hilarious. He's super funny. Yeah.
He is
So
funny.
I enjoyed it a lot. When I was in St. George, I watched like a whole lot of The Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise with Maddie and her roommates and Jackson and pretty much whoever was in there.
Yeah.
But like always, the four of us
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
were watching it. But yeah, so like a whole lot, whole lot. Um, yeah, it was actually good. The Golden Bachelor was funny,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because they're old people.
And scripted, but like they suck at it.
They suck at acting, so it's like very obvious all the scripted things,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. And Bachelor in Paradise has actually been pretty entertaining.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's
um,
good.
yeah, The Bachelor kind of taking a 360 a little bit, or 180,
Yeah.
not a 360.
360 is from Bachelor to Bachelorette. That's a 360.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Um, I watched The Little Things.
What is that?
It's like a thriller. I don't know. It looked interesting, and I didn't look on like I didn't check to see how good it was before I watched it. I
Oh.
was like, oh, it looks interesting. Let me watch it. I mean, it's a cliche knockoff thriller, basically.
Jared
It's not
Leto.
awful, but it's like it just plays on every single like crime thriller
Trope.
cliche
Oh, okay.
possible. Um, and like pulls from iconic thriller movies.
You would never
Uh,
guess the other movies that this dude has done.
no,
That's crazy. The Blind
yeah,
Side, The Founder, Saving Mr. Banks,
yep, yep.
and The Rookie.
Quite the catalog of movies he's got.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding.
yeah, I mean it was not great, but I also I like enjoyed it
Mm-hmm.
while I was watching it. It's just very predictable, very standard,
Yeah.
um, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something I'd be like, oh yeah, go watch it. Something like
Right.
just go watch the actual good movies in the same style.
Yeah.
Um, this is a 3-star movie. I think it's better than what people say. People are like, oh, it's awful, blah blah, because it's like not original.
And
But
Jared Leto.
and yeah, people love to hate Jared Leto.
I
But
mean,
he was not bad. He was sort of interesting
uh-huh.
and sort of good at playing this character or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
the ending is essentially a rip off of Seven.
Oh,
Uh,
lovely.
like uh, there's no box, but like
Yeah.
it's Jared Leto's character is like trying to push him to the brink of like doing something he'll regret doing.
What's in the bowl?
The young detective
Ah.
he's pushing him and he's like, I want him. He's like
Oh.
he's like, take it, I'll show you where the bodies are. Uh
Hmm.
but your partner can't come, and the partner is Denzel Washington, the old detective.
Old black detective. That's funny.
um
That's like literally the whole thing.
it's like a bad Seven,
That's funny.
but yeah, a little
Oh,
bit
that's
different.
that's funny.
So uh Happiness for Beginners is worse than that movie, but
More fun,
more
probably.
fun. Yeah.
It's probably the way I described it. It's cute, it's fun, but it's not very good.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's his face is fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. It's an
Uh,
easy watch.
it is very easy. The Meg 2.
The trench.
It was interesting
It's
and
so fun though.
pretty fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that in terms of the argument that the Meg movies are, you know, fun watches. And the first one does a much better job of being a fun movie than
It
the second one.
the
The
second
second one's
one's
like way too
so
much.
the second one's so absurd.
It's
Like
yeah, it's like the problem with it is that it's too absurd to be a fun watch, like just a fun watch, but it's not absurd enough to be like absurdly fun.
like Monty Python.
Yes,
It's
or
not like
like
that. It's
Velocipaster.
teetering between the Meg and Monty Python, and so
It's the
it's
zone you really don't want to be in, and so
I'm biased, so I get like
you are biased,
I
but
love the Meg movies, but
they like brought out the Kraken and then didn't
didn't do
use it.
anything. Yeah,
It like just
but
was there, like picking people up and stuff.
how about him
And
breathing under, not dying at the bottom of the ocean? How about that?
yeah, love that, dude.
Oh my gosh,
If I
I
breathe, what was it? If I breathe really, really fast, it's the pressure, then I can swim out and I'll be fine.
yeah,
So
makes no
it's like,
sense.
what?
But I will say, like, it needed more shark for having three sharks. It needed more, but him killing them, like soloing three megalodons, was fire.
It was funny.
And
Yeah.
then freaking, and then just sticks it through its mouth. Oh, I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Weathering with you.
Yeah.
Whatever director of Your Name
Makoto Shinkai.
and Suzumi, which you've seen, and you said
Yes.
Suzumi was really good.
Suzumi is really good. It's like top 10 of the year.
Yeah.
Like top
So that's
7.
this is not that,
Okay.
but it's still great. I
You liked
enjoyed it a
it?
lot. I mean, the story is really good,
I'm sure
super
it's
interesting,
beautiful.
and that's the thing. It's like gorgeous, and you know, Asian films, anime directors, they still never fail to make like the most interesting. They have the most interesting culture. Like they make me feel bad for like Americans about like our creativity and things like that. Like the
Hmm.
whole movie is basically about this girl who's called Sunshine Girl,
Yeah.
and the Sunshine Girl can basically stop the rain in Tokyo, and it like rains all the time, and she can briefly stop it.
Mm.
And it's like a romance story of this kid who ran away to Tokyo and
Okay.
meets her, and then they're like doing this thing, and then they find out that that the Sunshine Girl's actual historical thing, and it's basically a sacrifice. And so she takes the rain away, whatever, does all that stuff, and then eventually she goes away, and then the rain cycles go back to normal, and they get like summers again, but she dies.
Mm.
And so like that's like the concept, and it has a lot more to go into, and in terms of uh, what happens and all that different stuff is a lot more in depth than what I explained. But like they're talking about how these clouds in the sky,
Mm.
this type of cloud can hold as much rain as like a lake, and so they're like playing on the fact that like the sky is like this other world,
Mm.
and it has like its own ecosystems in the lake and like these water fish, and like it's just like how do you even, it's like so impressive that they think of stuff like that. And then it's like I just know only people, only these anime directors and creative people could think of such like beautiful imagery and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So
They're so good at it, dude.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
they just have way better creative minds
Hmm.
in terms of thinking of outside the box, and creating a sense of magic
Yeah.
with like worldly things. That is not just like being, oh, fantasy, whatever. Like they make the world seem magical,
Hmm.
and so
I
it's very
agree.
interesting.
I agree.
And then I watched The Gladiator, which I'd never seen.
And what'd you think?
It's obviously amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's nothing to really talk about. It's a 5-star movie.
Hmm.
Um, it's just so good.
It is really just awesome. And like the fact that um we're getting another one with Paul Mescal is just so sick.
I know. I can't wait for that.
Um, yeah, very excited. Gladiator's fire. Um, I rewatched my top three plus La La Land. Um, still have no notes. I watched TASM 2, which I still just don't think is good. It's a really fun time. I really have a good time watching it. But certain things, I'm like, why the heck? Like, I forgot, I haven't seen it in a while. And so I watched it. And, like, the whole opening with his parents is just so bad. Um, but I will say, like, it's so fun. It's got the best romance. Like, it's great. But I
Mm-hmm.
just have issues, of course. When people say they love it, I don't fault them. And I watched No Way Home. Just I watched Tasm. I was like, I need to watch a better Spider-Man movie. I watched No Way Home, which doesn't hold up on rewatch nearly as well as other MCU. Um, but still, it's still great. It's still so
Mm-hmm.
good. Um, watched Driveways, rewatched Wind River. All good, great, love it. No notes. I watched Old Dads, Bill Burr movie. Horrendous. Um, really, really bad. It was like midlife crisis basically movie. It was stupid.
Wow.
Bad. Yeah, it was bad.
Interesting concept.
I don't know why I turned it on. I just did. Yeah, it
I
was
don't
bad.
know either. I saw it on Letterboxd.
I watched Pain
This
Hustle.
is a movie I would never turn on.
Yeah, I watched Pain Hustlers, the new Emily Blunt, Chris Evans. Worth the watch. Um, the movie itself isn't like the best. Like, there's some interesting stuff. The story that it's based on is pretty interesting, and like Emily Blunt is like such a good actress, and it's like so is Chris Evans. They just need to fire their agents because like stop, like, don't do these movies, like it's just not.
Well, like Chris Evans, at least he like wanted to do it.
Yeah, which is
He's like wanted all this. It's not even his agent. He's like when he was leaving the MCU, he was like talking about how he wanted to do these kinds of movies.
they're just not the best. That's just like Netflix schlock. Like, I
Yeah.
give it like a 3, maybe 3.5, but I don't know, man. It just wasn't like I had a good time. Like, I wasn't like not entertained like at all. But and
Yeah.
there's like certain moments where I'm like, dang, Emily Blunt can act her butt off. It's why is she in this movie?
Hmm.
Uh, I watched the original Godzilla from 1954. You should definitely watch it. It's great. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. It's much less a monster movie. It's more a drama. I don't know how you describe it. People describe it as horror too, which is weird.
Mm.
That's horror. It's just one of the best horror movies ever. Great. Watch Casablanca, which is just overwhelmingly fine. I gave it 4 star. I gave it an extra half a star from being generous because it's iconic and what it did for movies. But it's like 3.5 maybe. Like, it just wasn't that interesting. I didn't like it very much. It was like good, but like whatever. I watched Halloween, the original Halloween, Michael Myers. That was fire, dude. I loved
Mm.
it. Like, we've talked about this a little bit. You're getting less and less, so you can watch less and less horror. I still can't watch very much horror. Like, slasher, I can kind of do. Like, I want to watch the original Scream, but I don't know.
Mm.
Like, it's a
It's
slasher,
it's
huh?
not. I don't think it's scary at all. I haven't seen it, but from what I know, it's like beyond cheesy. I think
Yeah.
that's like one of the things that it kind of has going for it is that they're kind of like corny and cheesy and funny in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Um. So I want to watch that. I'm planning on watching Psycho tonight and Silence of the Lambs. Um.
oh, you're watching like,
I'm
have you
like
seen
I'm trying to watch
have
the
you seen
not.
American Psycho yet?
No.
You
I
should
want
watch
to.
that.
I want to.
That movie's really good.
So I've been trying to watch like some more horror that's like more my speed. I don't know. Like, like
Yeah,
I've
I'm gonna
seen
try to watch some horror movies today
like
and tomorrow.
have you seen The Shining?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like that, like where it's like scary, but like Halloween.
You're
Like there's
watching old scary movies,
what I
so
can
it's not
handle. I'm not watching
so it's
demonic
not as
stuff
bad.
still, you know.
I wanted to watch Hereditary while I was in St. George, so I don't know if I'll watch it now.
I
I don't wanna watch it alone.
I still don't think I could watch that. I would
I
probably
wanted to
try.
watch it with Jackson because I know Jackson would watch it with me. I don't think he's
Yeah,
seen it either, uh, and then,
yeah.
like, it's not as scary.
I want to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So like I'm trying to check these off. I like tomorrow is the last day I watch horror movies, and I just won't watch any for a while. You know, so um, but Halloween was great. Like a 4.5, like just so good, iconic to say the least. You know, everything you could expect from it. Like it's not like overly scary. Like there's some jump scares here and there, but you know, I watched Alien, which is probably the best horror movie ever made.
Mm.
It's just so good. Uh, there are jump scares. It's not like super gross, although like I'm sure you know, like the alien comes out of like that was a little like gave me some goosebumps or made my stomach
EBGs.
turn a bit. Yeah, because it's just kind of gross, but it like wasn't bad. But other than like it's just so freaking good. It was so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I can't I'm gonna watch I wanna watch Aliens now. Um but yeah. Oh dude. 5 star. Easy. And you love sci-fi too. Oh dude. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Watch Killers of the Flower Moon too. Went and saw that. Um
Dang, they already got Killers of the Flower Moon too.
yeah. Second one.
Wow. Second one's out already.
Scorsese's always making sequels. Um uh It's very good. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was very good. Leo's best performance, one of De Niro's best, and Lily Gladstone's was better than both of them, which is crazy. So I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. Even though it's a real story, like I
No
think,
spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers, please.
but I
I need
think
to
you
know
should
what
watch it.
happens.
I mean, you probably don't know what happens. Like you could look it up, but I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
I knew people died. That's what I knew.
Yeah.
But like it was like really good, and the obviously it is 3.5 hours long, but the whole discourse of like it's too long, like shut up, like just learn to have an attention span. Um, like I don't know what to tell you. Like it didn't like I sat in the theater for 3.5 hours, didn't feel like that. Like
Yep.
it felt much shorter. Avatar felt way longer. Like Oppenheimer didn't feel long because it's good if it's an
Avatar
engaging.
was pretty short for me.
You slept through half of it. Which is crazy considering how visually insane it is. Just knocked out. Granted, I was like dying. I didn't feel good either watching it.
Yeah, I
Jenna's
was
the only
sick
one that had a
and
good
so
time
tired.
there.
Yeah.
um, but so yeah, Killers of Fun. The whole discourse with that podcast that I listened to has been hilarious.
Oh yeah.
People are, I mean, roasting them. I mean, like crazy. They made a video of, and I like them. Like I think they're fun, but they made a video of their favorite horror franchise, and they said Saw in the Conjuring universe. And George, who's like a big movie guy, he made a video saying like he's like the kid in the Spider-Man hoodie said this, and then and he's like, and I hate saying this, but they just their problem is they need to watch more movies. Like that's their issue. Like if this is their opinion, I'm sorry. I know it's subjective, but watch more movies. It was funny. It was
Wow.
hilarious. Roasting the crap out of them, but they got roasted for that. Killers of Farm and stuff. Cause like it's tedious. They said it was like going to the DMV. I was like, that's so offensive. It's so bad. And the one guy he's like, uh, that there are a handful of movies that are better in the MCU that are better than Killers of the Flower Moon, which I would say Guardians is better, and that's the third one, and that's it. Like it's better than every movie in the MCU.
Yeah.
So, which isn't a fair comparison, but still, if I have to compare, Martin Scorsese just makes better movies, better filmmaker than the freaking Russo brothers. Like, what do
Yep.
you? The Russo brothers without a gigantic IP is the Gray Man,
Yep.
and it sucked. So, speaking of sucked, should we talk about Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yep. If we have to.
I was I was okay. I was gonna. So I didn't play the games nearly as much as you, but I
I've
played.
pretty much done. I mean, I've played the games, a few of them. I pretty much watch every single game that comes out because I watch my Markiplier play them.
Yeah. So I haven't like I know the lore a little bit, but not a ton. So I knew that
I don't know the lore a whole lot either. It's
I
because I'm
just
not like super into it. I just enjoy watching all the stuff, and I know like basic things.
I like all I knew is nostalgia wouldn't cloud my opinion. And I didn't know if nostalgia would cloud yours, but it clearly sounds like it didn't. Um,
No, it didn't because so like I knew like I knew what was gonna happen just because I knew like the lore and different things.
uh huh.
I don't know everything. Like I have no idea uh whether or not um what's his Josh Hutz
Josh
yeah,
Hutcherson
Hutcherson's character
is a kid.
is is an actual FNAF character. I think he is Mike Schmidt. I think I recognized it
Mm-hmm.
because they wouldn't say his last name, right?
Yeah,
What's his face wouldn't?
Matthew
Freddy
Lillard,
or Shaggy.
Shaggy. He was good.
um,
He was decent.
but no, he was pretty good. I knew that character, and I knew he was.
The bad
Uh,
guy.
well, I figured he was the bad guy.
Well,
I didn't
that
know if he
too.
was. I didn't know if he was a actual career person. You could tell from the way he talked about the place that he was going to be the bad guy. But I knew who Springbox was, the bunny. I already knew who that was, and I
Uh
knew
huh.
that he like from the original lore that there was these two guys that started Five Nights at Freddy's, like
Mm-hmm.
the pizzeria originally,
Yeah.
and then the one dude Springbox, the yellow bunny, that he was like a serial killer, like psychopath, like really disgustingly weird. So like I knew that, and then what's her Vanessa,
Yeah. The cop.
the cop chick or whatever. There's like a security bunny thing that's like called Vanny that I think's like based on her
Oh, interesting.
potentially like later on,
Yeah.
but I think, but
I
and
mean,
I have no
hope.
idea. I have no idea if whatever Josh Hutcherson's like little brother George or whatever, if he's in the actual FNAF game lore or not. I have no idea.
Yeah. Uh huh.
So like that's what I'm saying. I know like certain things,
Mm-hmm.
not certain things, but
Um, it was a hot piece of trash, though.
it was not a great movie. I enjoyed seeing the movie, is in the fact that like I like watching FNAF
The
stuff. So
animatronics were cool.
it was like interesting to me, but
Yeah. I don't have an attachment, so like it just wasn't.
and the attachment was the only good thing about it. It was
And
the only good thing about it was that it was that IP, that it was Five Nights at
you're
Freddy's.
probably still higher. I'm giving it 1.5, but
Ah, I'd probably give it like 2.5 maybe.
yeah. So I figured you'd be a little bit higher, which makes sense. Um,
But
but
uh,
it's just
the main problem and the reason why nostalgia couldn't cloud it is it was too rushed.
also wasn't scary.
Well, yeah, one, it wasn't scary, but I also kind of get that because it's not.
They're trying
I
to
didn't
cater
expect
to,
it to be that
yeah.
scary because it's not really for that old of an audience.
But you
Like
could,
I played the games and I like thought they were scary or whatever,
yeah.
but I played them when I was young. Like I
Mhm.
would, so a
Yeah,
really
you're.
really scary movie wouldn't catered to me when I would actually have been interested. Like if this was made when I started liking FNAF,
Uh-huh.
and they made it scary, I wouldn't be able to watch it. Like
Yeah.
that's how young I was. So
Hmm.
that kind of made sense to me. But I also wished it was scarier.
Yeah,
I
I
did
don't.
not appreciate. They're like in the lore. I know eventually in the game, say like you understand that like they're the kids or whatever. They're not actually bad.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're kid. Yeah, they're like
and
kids.
yeah, they're just possessed by kids, by
It's
children, and
weird.
their bodies are
Yeah.
inside the animatronics. And
So weird.
uh,
I forgot that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's weird.
Yeah, but like they're not like actually bad. Like for the
Yeah,
first whatever many games, you're like, oh, they're just evil animatronics. But then in the lore, you're like, oh, they're not bad. They're just influenced poorly. Blah blah blah.
yeah.
They're under control, whatever. But I did not appreciate that in the like the first movie they make, this one movie that like an hour in, they're like just besties. Like they're just like you're
They
just like
clear
hanging out with them, making a fort and like all that stuff. I was like, this kind of just like ruined all the
they
setup you
clearly
gave.
didn't know if it would make money because
Yeah, because they 100% tried to get through like
a lot,
10 games and like 10 to 15 years of lore in one movie.
and it's making bank.
Yeah,
Like it's
but
crushing.
Springboks the bunny, that's the other thing that was like rushed crazy is him showing up and like dying and whatever.
Yeah, it was weird.
He was not utilized enough. He was just
And
like thrown in at the end of the movie as like oh look,
I'm
because
the
like
bad guy.
he's like this big deal in lore.
Uh huh.
And
He
so,
died.
and he's not very prominent though, like in the games and things. He's
Yeah,
like this background lore character that kind of just like started it all
he's
and
my
is
dad.
this like big bad. Yeah.
The whole dream
She annoyed
thing,
she annoyed me too.
the dream stuff,
The dream stuff is weird too, also.
the whole premise of like his brother being kidnapped and like that's the whole motive. Like I don't know, the whole plot just wasn't interesting.
No, it
Like
didn't. And
the
I knew it was gonna
animatronics were
go that
cool
way,
and
but
like I don't remember the plots very well of the actual Five Nights at Freddy's, but like are they oh your brother's kidnapped, go save him, or are they like you're trapped in Five Nights at Freddy's?
you're like stuck there.
Yeah, see
So the
that's
first game you're the security guard and it's just a job and then you're just trying to survive till 6 a.m. while you run out of power.
see
Which would have
that's
been so much more
interesting.
interesting is that the power drains as you go, and so you shut the doors and it drains more power. And when you look at the camera, it drains power faster. And so you're trying, and when you don't look at the cameras at them, they can move to different
Yeah,
rooms.
that's so much
And
more
when
interesting.
they get to the hallways, then you have to like get the doors closed, so otherwise they'll kill you. They'll get in and kill you. And so it's like this strategic thing that gets progressively harder as you try to survive like 5 nights.
Yeah, so like I don't need a backstory about a guy depressed because his brother got taken. That sounds really insensitive, but like, uh, then I'm not talking real life. I'm just talking about the movie. Like, it did. Why do that? It's not interesting. Like,
No,
it's not interesting, and it takes away from anything that could be thrilling. Like, it wasn't
it took away from so much of the movie.
like, like
But
I feel closer every time I dream. I get closer to finding out what happened. Stupid.
yeah, the
Like,
only thing about the dreaming that makes sense a little bit is being able to see the kids.
yeah,
Like
I
and
guess.
they're not and but they did such a cool thing in the actual world to show the kids. Like with the Foxy
Mm-hmm.
scene or whatever, the kid comes out of the curtain and like peeks out of the curtain and he's like looking at Abby or whatever running away, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Then he backs up into the darkness and out comes the animatronic.
Yeah,
So sick.
yeah,
Like actually fire.
yeah,
Could have been the whole movie. That could have been your way of showing the kids.
yeah. Instead of a
It sucked. It
dream,
was
it
not
did.
a good movie.
I did not like it. Except they're gonna make more. Hopefully not with Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's that.
Hopefully they'll make better.
Yeah, it was weird.
Because
It was yeah
yeah,
disappointing. I wasn't expecting much, but still disappointing. So
yeah. It is very I feel like it could be easy for them to just detach it from the first movie and just like take opinions and advice and whatever and make something
they've
that's actually
already
good.
revealed that they're not bad.
Yeah. There is bad people. Like there is bad people.
Yeah.
And there's stuff they can do. There's a lot more characters, also progression. I mean, it's a huge lore. There's probably like multiple hour videos explaining the lore.
I'm sure.
Because it's like one of those franchises. Yeah, hour and 28 minutes. Five Nights at Freddy's full timeline. That was in 2022. That was a year ago. Actually, almost 2 years ago. That was January 5th, 2022. It was an hour and a half long for the full story.
That's interesting.
So
That's
they got a
cool.
lot to work with.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Loki, season 2, episode 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
I don't remember like exactly what happens in
I'm trying to remember as well.
episode 1. That's not in the other ones, but I don't think it really matters.
It's
It's good.
fantastic. It's
It's
so
it's
good.
really good.
This, if the last 2 episodes are supposed to be insane. Also, this will bring Loki probably into the top 5 MCU projects. Because right now I have Guardians, Infinity War, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Werewolf by Night. It might go above Winter Soldier. Like, it's that good.
It is that good.
Love it. Like, I love it. Tom Hiddleston's obviously so awesome. Owen Wilson, it's like his best role that
I
he's
know.
like ever done.
Crazy.
Miss Minutes is a psychopath.
I know.
Jonathan Majors is really good. And freaking Keith Quay Kwan is awesome too. His character's great.
Yep.
I don't know. I just find it's all so interesting. Everything that's going on. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say.
Yeah.
It's just like really good.
It's just Like, I'm curious to see what happens like this week.
Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't think anybody has any idea what they're.
I mean, they
actually
dropped
gonna
a
do.
mid-season. They dropped a mid-season trailer, so we kind of see, but it still doesn't tell us anything.
Exactly, but people have theories, but everybody has, like all the theory YouTube people, they got like 4 possible things that could happen.
Yeah.
They have no idea which one they're gonna do.
No.
Or if they're gonna even do one of the ones they think. They just have no idea, which is awesome. It's great.
It's really good that that's the case. Where it ends is going to be super, obviously, very interesting.
Yeah.
With because of just how important this show is to the timeline.
Yeah.
It's great. The fact it's only 6 episodes just bugs me. Like, why is this not a 20 episode show?
To be fair, it's a 6-hour movie.
Yeah, I know, because it's that good too. That's like it is.
To be fair, it's like a trilogy. Like they made a TVA Loki trilogy.
And
so
it is awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's just, I mean, like you said, there's not a lot to say because like things are still going on, and we're left at such a big cliffhanger. But I'm just so impressed by the season. The visuals are fantastic, acting's great, the whole story's awesome. I thought Ravonna Renslayer was kind of pointless in the last season. She's so important and so interesting in this.
Very, very, yeah. Every character is so interesting.
Yeah, like I don't understand why Marvel has certain things that are so well taken care of, and it's got to be who they bring on to creatively do it. Has to be, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's because you can't do it with everything. That's why only certain things are
amazing.
It's because they try to do too many things at once, and you just can't, have quality control at that large of a scale.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's why franchising and stuff like that has issues. Like when restaurants and things franchise, you just kind of goes out the window all the different values and standards that come from the original establishment.
That's true.
So,
but yeah, I mean,
that's kind of how I view the MCU. It's like these different subgenres of or subsections that are like little Marvel franchises that like
Mm-hmm.
have their own little mini boss that runs, and so that's why it's so hit or miss.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
But yeah,
I get that. That makes sense. It's a
can't
cool
wait to
way to
watch
put it.
more.
I can't either. It's exciting.
Been a good
Loki's
episode.
one of the best characters in the MCU now.
Yeah, Loki's
He's so good.
he's fire.
He is so good.
But yep,
Alrighty.
solid episode.
Yeah.
Uh
Back like we never left.
oh yeah, we didn't technically.
Technically.
Yeah, definitely gonna get some food. Still hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
But thanks everyone for listening, watching wherever you are. Go watch the episodes we have out right now if you haven't already.
Pretty good.
Um, yeah, without anything else, I mean, life's tough. Get a helmet.